Okay, welcome to a new episode of Scuttlebutt. My name's David Flynn, and I'm here with Jeremy Mundy. We are both members of the local VFW Post 673, and we're here just to give an update on our organization and what we're doing for the community. Hey, Jeremy, good morning.
Good morning, Dave.
I know that we've both been members in the VFW since we've gotten out of the military.
Right.
Um, and, people really don't understand, I think, still, not just the VFW, but veterans organizations as a whole. What veterans give back to the community? What's it mean to be part of these organizations? And, we're going into our 87th year here at the VFW in Jasper.
Yeah, that's right.
And there's a lot that we do for the community and people need to understand. So if you would, just kind of jump in on that bandwagon and let us know.
Sure. The DuBois County, we're pretty fortunate in DuBois County. We have 13 organizations, veteran service organizations, and then we have places like where we're here at today, Operation Mind, Body, and Soul. And all of these organizations do different things for the general public and also, more importantly, for our veterans community. But with us, we've got scholarships. We give away over $1,500 through our Voice of Democracy and Patriots Bend scholarships every year. We put up the flags on Memorial Day at numerous cemeteries. So when you're driving around, during Memorial Day week or weekend, you'll see that. POW High Recognition organized event that we do. We do a big meals, I guess, or feed, if you will, on Veterans Day, and also on Christmas. We do meals at the local 6 of the retirement homes and nursing homes. So we're involved in a lot of things. And I think the biggest fundraiser that we do, Dave, is the Poppy Drive, which you kind of head up the last couple of years here.
The Poppy Drive is important. I mean, we do this Poppy Drive for the VFW, and that's really the only fundraiser we do for the entire year. And the money we make from the Poppy Drive supports all of our efforts for veterans organizations and veterans and their families, widowers, because unfortunately a veteran may pass away. We don't disregard their family at that point. We provide help and services to the widower and the family for as much and as what they need and what we can do for them. The Poppy Drive goes usually sometime in May. It's a national effort by all VFWs, usually before Memorial Day, just to start driving the point home that, some veterans gave all, for the things that we enjoy and not take for granted, but the things we don't necessarily think of day after day. A lot of veterans, men and women, all minorities, all religions, everybody who is an American citizen, gave their all for our country. And so our Poppy Drive this year is going to run through May 3rd through the 10th. We'll be at various organizations throughout Jasper. I know our other VFWs in Huntingburg and Ferdinand, they do a separate Poppy Drive to raise funds for their services and stuff they provide as well. But, we are a bigger VFW. We are the DuBois County VFW. We don't disregard any veteran or anything involved with veteran services just because we're the veterans of foreign war. I mean, that is a requirement to join, but that doesn't limit our support to our local community throughout the whole county.
Right. And it's important to note, too, that the funds that we raise from that Poppy Drive, those stay in DuBois County, So, and, we do help veterans organizations otherwise with it, too, through donations. But
Right.
we do support veterans throughout DuBois County with that. I just got the letter in the mail this last week for the youth baseball sponsorship in Jasper. And we have sponsored a baseball team. And it'd be curious to know if we're the longest running sponsor for youth baseball in Jasper.
I mean, since the 50s.
1959 is what I'm told. And we've sponsored a ball team and had our shirts out there on the field ever since.
This last year, on top of that, we've started sponsoring one of the girls' softball teams as well.
Right. And with our baseball team, they've done well the last 2 years. These are excited kids. They're having fun out there. And some of our members go to their ball, support them at the ball games. They've won their little conference championship the last couple of years. And then we bring them on over to the post and we have do pizza with them and their families and the coaching staff. And
it's always a pretty good event. I've been able to attend the last 2.
Yeah.
And, just the appreciation of the parents and the kids obviously are excited. Yeah. But, that's just one of the things we do. You mentioned Memorial Day and doing services and stuff. I know that our VFW, along with all the 13 organizations, we coordinate through the DuBois County Veteran Council, which I'm now serving as adjutant for, and we coordinate with our county council here in DuBois County. They do help fund us and buy flags every year that we divide up between all the legions and the Marine Corps League, the DAV, the Navy Ships Club, all the organizations, get a part of this because we divide the cemeteries up throughout the county to try to make sure that every veteran is covered.
Right. And the other thing also on Memorial Day is our post, along with the American Legion in Jasper, Post 147. They go to 11 different ceremonies on Memorial Day and do, the honor guard does a presentation at those
Well,
11 cemeteries.
that's important because last year, again, working with the Veteran Council, and one of the articles that I was able to publish, both through the television and radio spots that people generously donate to veterans organizations and the local newspapers, is all the veterans organizations. I mean, to make sure that all cemeteries are hit in Du Bois County either on that Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. They all take a slice, and they all do anywhere from 7 to 11 ceremonies with their color and honor guard. So, I mean, this is a big deal, and it's an important deal because it honors, across the board, and it represents to our community, what it means, to be a veteran.
Right. And then as far as Du Bois County goes, up there in Du Bois and Celestine cemeteries, we have 3 veterans from our more recent Gulf War period
Correct.
that we
Yeah.
went through. So, it's very important. We see a lot of people come out for that. I want to highlight also the meals that we do on Veterans Day. We take these meals to the different nursing homes and facilities,
Right.
and then we also have veterans that come in from those facilities if they're able to our post. And last year we served over 90 meals for this last day.
Part of that
So Veterans Day.
critical tie, to keep serving veterans. Unfortunately, after some of us forget,
Mhm.
that there's veterans, and a veteran, isn't looking for a handout. They just want to be, treated like anyone else,
Right.
and that's why it's so important that we give back so much to the community, whether it's through scholarships, rather than working like the flag disposal ceremony for the county, coming in to speak during Veterans Days to the local schools, helping the recruiting effort, helping the Civil Air Patrol stand up their color guard and different things.
Right.
I mean, it is so important that the community understands what veterans organizations really provide back, like this episode here, and that's been so generously put out, through the local cable station, Channel 18,
Mhm.
and on the radio spots and stuff that they provide veterans organizations at no cost, but it's good information back out to the community, whether it's parade support or support in youth sports or scholarships
Right.
or rides to medical appointments.
Right.
I mean, veterans do a lot.
Well, the other thing I'd like to highlight too, Dave, is our involvement with scouting. So the last couple of years ago, we had a scout come in and do his Eagle project right there at our post. He completely gutted a really unusable space for us. It was very crowded. And he put in shelves, repainted it, and did containers and everything, and completely reorganized that space for us. And then more recently on the square here in Jasper at the courthouse, one of our local scouts put up a POWIA memorial, and it's very, very well done. It's about a
Very
six
well
foot
done.
tall, 6 foot tall obelisk. You really, if you haven't seen it, drive around the square and take a look at that. Our post basically administratively supported them. Basically, we were the folks that monitored the checkbook. The scout did all of the work. And in conjunction with all of the organizations in Du Bois County, and I'll make note again, Boone from Operation Mind, Body, and Soul here did the video of that event.
Right.
So filmed it live for us. So it really is a team effort. It's great to be involved with our younger veterans and our younger students through the scouts, and the Girl Scouts come in and they bring cookies to us every year, Veterans Day, and we hand those out. We really appreciate that involvement as well.
Speaking of involvement, and one of the things again I think is it's not an unmentioned part of a lot of the organizations, but one of the key fabrics of our organization is our auxiliary.
Yeah, they're a big, big contributor to our post and our community. They too give away a lot of money and a lot of time to our veterans. Every year we do a spring fling. That's coming up in April, I believe. And they will award the scholarships, $1,000 to our Voice of Democracy winner and $500 to Patriots Pen. Those have already been selected. We just had to hand out those checks,
Right.
And
That's always a good part.
yeah, we usually have over 200 people attend that. And then the other thing is they do a big Christmas party and they provide free meals to our veterans. And that again is well over 200.
I know both the Legion, I know the VFW, I know the DAV, I know the Navy Ships Club, and a lot of different organizations have auxiliaries. And people need to understand it's not just like your wife or your daughter, whoever. Any man or woman that's associated with a veteran can be a member of these auxiliaries. So that's just another way to get involved in some way in all these organizations.
Yeah.
And also, I know we've reorganized. We've had some good articles written for us across the news organizations here in town. We're open Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 2 to 7.
Yep.
We're available for rent and for special ceremonies and different things. And we're going to keep growing back into the community so we will make this next 87 years as productive as this last 87 years has been.
Yeah, we want to be known. We want to be known at our canteen being base camp for all of these efforts that we're doing. Yeah, the comment that I hear most of the time from folks our age and younger is, well, I don't want to join because I don't go hang out in bars. Well, that's fair enough. But here at the VFW Post 673, for us, it's more of a base camp for all the things that we do than it is just a bar. I think if you come in and see it for yourself, you'll find a very clean, friendly environment.
Yep.
I'll piggyback onto that, Dave, because that's a great point. As we wrap up here, the question is, what's in it for me? So when you're a younger veteran, our age or younger, people don't go to the bars maybe like they did in generations past, and that's okay. I know that I paid about $430 for my lifetime membership. And the reason I did that without question was because I know that the VFW, way back in the day, they were part of 3 groups that brought us our GI Bill.
Right.
And I put myself and my son through school through the GI Bill.
Yeah.
So $430 really wasn't that much,
Right. Well, when you look at the scholarships that are provided, you look at the community support, the stuff we do involved with healthcare. You look at right now with the PAC Act and the Dole Act and even the Green Alert, that now Congressman Messmer was a big push along with Shane Lindauer and Steve Bartles here, locally, to bring light to veterans in trouble. I mean, everything that we do at a local, state, and federal level have veteran involvement. And this is a good way for all of us to stay involved.
Right. And if you don't have organizations like the VFW, the Legion, the DAV, and multitudes of others, they don't survive without membership and they don't survive without our involvement at the local level.
Right. And so, it's not what the club does for us, but it's what we get to do back to the community.
Yep.
So we thank you. We look for your support, and we'll keep bringing this up. And hopefully, this will help generate some interest in helping the local community across a wider spectrum. Thanks a lot.